Shalom. Kohala Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Bashim Akwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. The Akwat that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest. The 144,000, the 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel. And the brother / elder. Shalom and salutations to you all. All right, so I'm going to speak on the division, okay, because we know that Yahushua is close, right? What will I, if it be already kindled? Well, here's the kindling, right? Got this fire raging. These fools are at each other's throats. So the civil war, which we'll get the scripture. Maga, I typed in MAGA implodes. This is what came up. 1 day ago, okay, 5 days ago. What happened more than 5 days ago? Well, that, the attack, yeah. The attack hadn't happened yet, and there are already what? MAGA implodes over Trump's Israel-Iran threats. Now it's not a threat. This was 5 days ago. What about now? MAGA implodes as Trump world spirals out of control. Trump world. Wow. And Cohen, you know who that is. Wasn't Cohen one of his attorneys at one time? So he knows some inside shit. MAGA implodes over Trump's Israel-Iran threats. Okay? Who? His biggest cheerleader. Who? Look. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Who? Marjorie Taylor Greene and Candace Owens turn on biggest cheerleader. This is Shesaw, the Neanderthal woman. Okay? So what's going on here? Now, let me say this. The ones that are going to stick with Trump all the way into the end, those are bona fide Edomites. They're going to crash and burn with Trump, even though they know he's wrong. The hardcore Edom, who appear to be Edomites, the ones that are like this, oh shit, nigga, that's the last straw. I can't fuck with you no more. They is still in the air. Okay? It's up in the air. I didn't say that they're Jakes. I didn't say that. I didn't say that they're not. I said it's up in the air. The ones that will crash and burn with Trump, those are Edomites. If you understand the nuance in what I'm saying. Okay? Because what we're about to find out, there's a lot more speckled birds than anybody can imagine. And this is what it means when it says that Israel is of the sand of the sea. It literally means that, because nigga, you don't even know. You don't know. Niggas running around talking about Israel's all black. Yep, with the Hamites and everybody, you fucking idiot. So anyway, that's easy. All right? If you had any spiritual growth in the last 20 years, or 18, we'll say 18, the last thing you should ever believe is black anything, right? Israel's all black, really? So these fucking booty-eating doo-doo Hamites get a pass, right? No, nigga. Anyway, which one? Okay, let's get something real quick. Salakia. All right, let's get Isaiah 19. Let's just get it and be real quick about it. But MAGA right now, why? Because a lot of those, a lot of those mags, right, they hate Amalek. And who is Amalek? That's our natural enemy. So some of them mags, you have to understand that. Guess what? For sure, some of those MAGA, some of them are Jakes. For sure. You don't know which one. They don't know. Right? There's a couple of Jakes in MAGA. Okay? Anyway, just consider that. Could be a lot. Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Hold that. Go to, quickly go to Revelation 11 and 8 and substantiate who the Egyptians are. Revelation 11 and 8, and their dead bodies. Whose dead bodies? Israel. Okay. Shall lie in the street of Babylon, the great city. Salak, in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. So, Babylon the Great, right? City, Babylon the Great City is spiritually called Egypt as well as Sodom, okay? Whose dead body? Israel, right? Where also our Lord was crucified, right? Anyway, that substantiates this. Now we know who the Egyptians are, and I will set the Americans, the spiritual Egyptians, against the spiritual Egyptians. Who is that? They're the Babylonians, the great Babylonians, if you will. And they shall fight everyone against his brother. Who's that? Esau against Esau. Right? Aren't them Edomites brothers? Is Amalek and the rest of the Edomites, are they brothers? Yep, they are. Who else is brothers? Jacob and Esau are brothers. Who's neighbors? Well, you got northern and the southern kingdom are going to fight each other. They're Egyptians, aren't they? Yeah. They've been fighting each other over turf and drug, sales and things of that nature. All right, but they're neighbors, right? Esau, if your neighbor is they of your own nation, what about Esau? Who's his neighbor? See that? City against city and kingdom against kingdom. So anyway, nay, rather, right? It's a lot. Nay, rather, was it nay, comma, rather, right? Nay, comma, rather, as in Dan, rather, if you know. Division. Didn't come up, huh? Luke, what is it? Luke 21. 12? Luke 12. Slovakia. I'm dyslexic. Luke 12:51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you, nay, but rather, Salak. Nay, but rather division. I tell you, no, I tell you, but division. Who's bringing it? This is in red. Suppose ye that I, that's Yahushua. Suppose ye that I, the son the Son of the Most High, you understand, is bringing what? He's bringing the division. And what will I? What is that? 49? Yeah. Oop, let me go back. Salakia. And what will I? If it be already kindled. I came. Here we go. Salak, let me start here. Salak. Who is I? That's Yahushua. Luke 12:49. I, Yahushua, am come to send fire on the earth. I was sent by my Father, right? This time with fire instead of with that water, right? And what will I, if it be already kindled? What's next? But I have a baptism to be baptized with. And how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you, nay, but rather division. There it is. Okay, now what else do we need from there? We need to watch this. MAGA, here's the division. Suppose ye that I am come to bring peace now. Okay, so do we have to watch the one from 5 days ago before, while it was still threats, before it became real? Let's see, how long is this? That's 29. That's 13. Well, she's not mentioned right here, so let's watch. Don't know which one. Let's watch this one with Candace in it real quick after this commercial. Six. Flexible.
Action. But I'm specifically saying that new intel.
Let's hear this. Take it.
So California probably just did the coolest thing I've seen any state do in a while. If you live in California and are a resident here, you can now officially apply to have your...
That dude blows a mean
Trump's now being hit by Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and Dave Smith over a U.S. attack on Iran, with some of his allies and fans now calling for him to be impeached. Also, is the Israel-Iran situation spiraling out of control? Netanyahu wants a war-ending weapon that only the United States has, and Trump might be the first president that's actually willing to hand it over. We need to talk about how a man with a hit list killed 2 Democrats, but then right-wing influencers and senators still tried to sell him as a leftist assassin, because this is just going to keep getting worse. We're jumping into all that and much more on today's brand new extra-large Philip DeFranco show. You daily dive into the news, starting with this. The Israel-Iran situation is just getting worse, and now you have the world waiting to see what Donald Trump is going to do. Is he going to get the deal that he claimed he would? Will he just stay out of it, or will the U.S. get involved in another war in the Middle East? And while I have my opinions on how this is going to play out based off of the things that we're seeing right now, the truth is we truly just don't know yet. But to first at least fully understand the question at hand, I mean, we got to talk about what has exactly happened so far, what Israel's aims are, and why one of those aims may not be possible with
what's happening is the so-called white man is being the fucking devil that the Bible speaks of, and in everybody's face he's killing people from above, launching fucking assassinations all over the world. Whoever they want to kill, them and Palantir can target you. You nigga, if you don't do it, if you don't surrender, I'm gonna assassinate you from wherever on the world I choose. This is what they're doing. They're showing the world, look, nigga, you don't fucking surrender, your phone is gonna blow up in your fucking face and I can get you wherever you're at. I can surgically strike you if you don't surrender to me. Here's what's going on in everybody. And if you think that people are gonna surrender, no, they're gonna fight back, idiot. Nobody's surrendering to you, dummy. Okay, that was 5 days ago. We didn't even get to the Marjorie Taylor Greene part. Where's she at? Way back here? Oh, Salakia. Let me qualify her real quick.
And in an unexpected move, probably one of the most die-hard Trump supporters in the world, Marjorie Taylor Greene, came out and actually defended Carlson. They're writing in a post on X that he is one of her favorite people and that they both believe the same things and are...
Wait a minute. So she's siding with Tucker. Right? And you know Tucker, that white supremacist right there with the bow tie. Remember that? What does that mean? Nigga come out with a bow tie. These are hardcore racists, and they're going against Trump. Uh-oh. That old Marjorie might have might qualify.
Foreign wars, intervention, regime change, put America last, kill innocent.
Oh, yeah.
People are making us broken will ultimately lead to our destruction. That's not kooky. That's what millions of Americans voted for. It's what we believe is America first. Right? And the fact that she directly referenced Trump's post there, that's really significant because it is very rare, if not entirely unheard of, for her to explicitly buck the president. Where stands...
Everyone is finding out who are real America first. See, what's going on? Trump is not America first. And the real MAGAs, right, are America first. What is the MAGA split about? It's about going to war for the small hats when we got nothing to do with it. About sending our kids over there to die in Iran, right? Let's get it. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring this to a close. I'm just, spelling it out. The Northern, it's Joel 2, Northern Army. Joel 2 is coming up a lot right now. Okay. So here's what's next. Joel 2 and 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, that's the American military, and drive them into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because the Most High, he hath done great things. Now, they're going to call for a draft, and they're going to send these soldiers into war, right? If you understand what this is. And these people are like this. Unfortunately, the list of fakes are becoming quite long and expose themselves quickly. So that's their split. Who's America first, right? When you got people like this guy, Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, what is your sole focus as a senator, whatever the fuck you call yourself? Well, it's to make sure that Israel, to do what? Sir, excuse me, Mr. American representative, is to make sure that Israel, okay, and he's one of many. The first thing out of their mouth better be is to make sure that Israel, and say that shit proud, and worry about the consequences later, because if you don't immediately respond like that, them pictures might come out on your ass. And you'll understand what Epstein is really all about. Anyway, list of fakes. Anyone slobbering for the U.S. to become fully involved in the Israel-Iran war is not America. That's the truth. That's true. Wishing for murder of innocent people is disgusting. Now, wait a minute. See? Esau doesn't think like this. See that? See that? So there's hope for Marge. There's hope for, that could be a speckled bird looking like a goddamn cave woman. Okay, because cave people don't think like this. They are the murderer. They are the liar. Is she lying about that? Could be, but looks like she's sticking to her guns about who she really is, if you have spiritual discernment, right? The devil don't talk like this. Okay, this is actually wisdom. What are we doing? She's actually on point. She's actually in the spirit. See? And you ain't gonna, see? You have to have spiritual discernment. If you can't see that what she's saying is right, everything is right. Everything is right, what she's saying. And whoever's saying the opposite is wrong, right? As far as MAGA is concerned. Is she right? She's finding out, oh, I was wrong the whole time. What this thing is really about, this is her saying that. I thought this was about America first, and I thought I was white. But really, I have fucking feelings which subhumans just fucking don't have. This is what she said. Okay, now this is before the strike. After the strike, where's she at now? Okay, let's go back here now. It's a lot. I'm running long. Let's go here now. Let's see what they're saying here. It's a lot after the commercial.
Subscribe, watch, comment.
Come on, nigga. Quit selling.
And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to...
I'm sure that this dude was one of Trump's fucking, at one point in time, Cohen was isn't he like an attorney? I think he's an attorney for Trump at one time. I could be absolutely wrong.
100,000 subscribers. Let's get there. Because then we're going to go for 1 million, to 2 million, 10 million, right? So do me a favor, hit subscribe, watch, comment. Keep the comments coming and share with your family and friends. Share with everybody. Because the insanity, it's not stopping. And it's no secret that the Trump administration, they pump out misinformation, disinformation, malinformation like it's oxygen. But this past week, oh boy, the confusion inside Trump's MAGA party was more obvious than ever. Between Tucker Carlson and Ted Cruz arguing to Trump publicly disagreeing with Tulsi Gabbard, Americans, we, the citizens, left, not knowing who to trust. Now, the other day on Political Beatdown, my co-host Ben Meiselas and I, we spoke about the information coming out about the Iran-Israel conflict, specifically trying to discern what is true, as people don't even know today what to believe. Play the clip. Take a step back and do what I had said. You need an intermediary, somebody that can bring Republicans and Democrats together, that can bring the president into a room so that all the information gets laid out for all to see. The information has to be verified because, Ben, you're spot on, brother. They're turning around and they're saying that based upon, and we're speculating right now, that the information came from Netanyahu, from Israeli intelligence, or are they basically playing Trump to get him involved within which to basically put an end to the Ayatollah, to take him out, to assassinate him? But before
they want to assassinate this guy in front of the whole world to show the world, look, nigga, this is how we're doing shit now. We've been doing shit like this, but now we're showing you that this is how we're doing shit now. Okay? They've been, and here's what I mean, they've been doing Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi. These are the people on the list, on the hit list. What they do to Gaddafi? They anally raped him with a bayonet. Okay? They had that ordered on him so that they're making an example. Now they're not playing. Who's last on the list? And finally, Iran, right? Right? What's this guy, Stanley McClintock? What's this nigga's name? General Stanley fucking Frankenstein. He had the list, and last on the list was Iran. So if they assassinate, if they use a beam weapon to take out the Ayatollah, right? What they're doing is they're letting you know what how the NWO gets down. General, goddamn it, Stanley Clark. General Stanley Clark. Everybody knows this, right? Not Stanley Clark. General Clark. Stanley Clark is a bass player. Clark, A-R. Wesley Clark, Salaki. General Clark interview. Wesley. Did I say Stanley? Right here. The last name he names, this is the hit list. You got to understand that. This is the hit list.
After 9/11, about 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the Joint Staff who used to work for me. And one of the generals called me and he said, "Sir, you got to come in. You got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq."
First on the hit list. What happened to Saddam? They hung him. They got it on film. It's a snuff film. You got to understand how these people work. You know how much money that film or a copy of it is worth on the dark web? Got to understand what P. Diddy represents. Those films are being traded, and those films are worth big money. That's how Oprah Winfrey got rich. Okay? Snuff films is what they are. Okay? Porn. A snuff film, right, is porn. Understand that.
On or about the 20th of September. I said, we're going to war with Iraq. Why? He said, I don't know. He said,
You hear the devil laughing? We're going to go murder these motherfuckers in cold blood in front of everybody and take their fucking resources.
Guess they don't know what else to do. So I said, well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda? He said, no. He says, there's nothing new that way. They just made the decision to go to war with Iraq. He said,
no, because the small heads did that little 9/11 thing.
I guess it...
The dancing Israelis.
Like, we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we got a good military and we can take down governments.
We got a good military and we can do regime change. We got a good military and we can install puppet. Remember what we did with the Shah? We figured it out now. We got to go back and put the Shah back in there. Isn't that what they're trying to do right now? Are they not trying to? Who is Reza? Who's Reza? Is that the Shah's son? Is Reza the Shah's son? See, I'm putting it together. It's coming together in my head right now. So I can bear with me. Reza. King. Is it King Reza? King Reza, former Shah. Reza, the Crown Prince of Iran. What's going on? Muhammad was the last Shah. Mohammad Reza was the last Shah of Iran to 79. He succeeded his father, Reza Shah, Salakia. What is going on? He ruled the imperial state of Iran until he was overthrown in the Iranian Revolution. He succeeded. I don't understand that. And ruled the imperial state. Reza did. Okay, so now after that, then what? I don't want to go back that far. Okay, so this was the old guy, Mohammad Reza. Okay, so who did he hand it off to? This guy, Reza, Crown Prince, okay, is an Iranian opposition leader. What? Remember, an eldest son of Mohammad Reza, the last Shah. So this is who they want to put in. King Reza. They want, okay, so understand what's being said, Salakia. Where were we? What America did in the 1950s, the Shah of Iran, right, was overthrown by the Ayatollah in 1979 through the revolution. Okay? But the Shah was propped up by America. What is America doing right now? They're taking down the Ayatollah. They want to kill him in front of everybody. You understand? They want to assassinate him in front of everybody and then put Reza back on the throne. Because Reza's going to do the devil's bidding like his daddy was. Okay? That's what you see going on now. That just kind of through the spirit came to me. Maga implodes. Let's listen to what he just said again, because he kind of made it hit my mind.
The information has to be verified because, Ben, you're spot on, brother. They're turning around and they're saying that based upon, and we're speculating right now, that the information came from Netanyahu, from Israeli intelligence, or are they basically playing Trump to get him involved within which to basically put an end to the Ayatollah, to take him out, to assassinate him? But before you go ahead and you do that, you do need to validate the information. We do not need another a George Bush weapon of mass destruction bunch of bullshit. We don't need that right now. I don't need it. You don't need it. None of us need it. The world doesn't need it. So instead of turning around and sitting down like a bunch of adults in a room,
let's look at this real quick. Okay, you see where this is going? Trump stops Bibi from assassinating the Ayatollah. How do you spell Ayatollah? Ayatollah you. Ayatollah you 5 times already. What's the matter you? God, I know. Trump stops Bibi. Now watch where this goes. Because this happened a while ago. Letting you know that they are trying to assassinate him. They came out and said, well, Trump said don't do it. Watch that come up when I run the search. Okay, I'm not making this up. This came out about a week or so ago. Came out that Trump stopped Netanyahu from assassinating the Ayatollah. Trump stops Israeli plan to assassinate Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah. 7 days ago. You see this? So what their plan is to restore King Reza. Put him back on. They're talking about regime change. They were talking about, it was never about regime change. This is what it's about. King Reza. Let's see. So this is what they're doing. King Reza comes back to the throne. Let's see what this produces. Iran. Let's see if anything new comes up right now. Iranian. 6 days. Exile. Crown Prince of Iran sees best opportunity to get rid of regime. You see where this is going? 5 days. Exile says best opportunity to topple. 4 hours. What's going on here? 3 hours. Look at this. Oh my gosh. We see what's going on. We'd tracked it down. Salakia. Look at them. Okay, we see what's going on now. They're trying to put this guy back on the throne and carry on where they left off in 1979. They're trying to, this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. Okay, got it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close this now. Let's see. Has appealed to the international community to pursue regime change in Iran. They're about to install this dude in everybody's face. After they assassinate the Ayatollah in everybody's face.
That I am establishing a formal channel for military, security, and police personnel to reach out directly to me, my team, and our expanding operation. This is a secure platform to efficiently manage the growing volume of inbound communications and requests from those breaking with the regime and seeking to join our movement. For those patriotic members of our armed forces, the time is now to join the nation. If you do, I will make sure your service to Iran is not forgotten and is celebrated.
Here's what's going on. I done stumbled upon it. Here's what's really going on. It wasn't about no weapons of mass destruction or no nuclear program. This is about putting this guy back on the throne so that they can carry on where they left off. Because if they don't, BRICS moves forward. If they don't have a foothold, right, that's going to stop China and Russia. They need their influence right there on that hot seat. Okay, and they lost it. They lost it in 1980. That's why the Middle East had no peace in the Middle East since 1980, since that dude got thrown out and Khomeini came in. That has been the problem. Okay, so what just happened? How did that come? That's the Spirit of the Lord. Let's see. This is the way. Let me use this real quick. This is the way walk ye in it, right? Walk. That's what just happened. What just happened. I didn't know coming in that I was going to find out that this is what they're actually trying to do. I don't know what I was making division. I was speaking about division. Okay, here we go. Isaiah 30 and 21. And thine ear shall hear a word behind these saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right hand, and when you turn to that just happened. The Spirit said, hey, put this together. A couple of things were said when they kept saying assassinate the Ayatollah. I'm like, yeah, they are doing. And then I saw something about Reza. King Reza. I'm like, King Reza? Who the fuck is King Reza? It kept coming up. Who's King Reza? Right? I saw that earlier today. I was having coffee. I'm like, who is King Reza? So that was, thine ear shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right hand, or when you turn to the left. That's the Spirit, right? Supping, all right? Second core, 2. And therefore, right, because the Spirit is supping with us, 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Why are we not ignorant of his devices? Well, what you just saw right there, because the Spirit is helping us put these things together, right? The Spirit is supping with us and revealing these, these schemes, if you will. Let me see. We are not unaware of his schemes. Why? For we are familiar. Why? Because we just saw it. The Spirit is like this. Who is Reza? Right? King Reza. Put that in your memory bank for a minute until I match it with, right, trying to assassinate the Ayatollah. When you put together that they assassinated Saddam Hussein, they assassinated Gaddafi, they tried to get, who's the Syrian guy? Assad. What happened? They started running the motherfucking Putin's head, and they trying to kill me in front of everybody. That's what's going on. See, they're assassinating people. Trump assassinates Suleiman. You see what's going on? That's from, okay, you have You have the poor. You have the middle class. Is a class system. Let's call it the class and not the caste. The upper class. Right now, we're watching the upper class murder each other. I'll put a hit on this movie. I'll put a hit on. We're watching motherfucking gangsters of the gangsters of the upper class are putting hits on each other in front of the world, letting you know that this ain't nothing but a bunch of fucking gangsters out of control. The devil, right? Calling us, the niggers are the real. No, you niggas got the power and the weapons. Right now, you're using them on each other on the world level. Right? So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. See let me get this and then I'll end it. The only way out of here, the only way out, if you flex your spiritual power. 1 Corinthians 2:14, and I mean that humbly, because this is spiritual power. 1 Corinthians 2:14 in the King James, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. And I can go on, but I'll stop right there. Nope. I'm going to read on. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. So with that, we hope that the elect are edified. Yeah. Here's the real reason for the invasion, or whatever the fuck they're doing right now. The spiraling out of control. That's the key, what they believe is the key to saving U.S. hegemony. Okay? That's what they believe that strike was. It was our last ditch effort at saving U.S. hegemony. Because they see it slipping systematically. And the way that Iran is playing by all the rules with the cool head, and this serpent is over here with his head chopped off, and he's just flipping and flopping around while he's dying. Iran is just over there. Oh, what's the next step? And we're take our time about doing it. And we won't be swayed. Right? We can't be bought with gold because they're Israel right now. Israel pleads. They're not going to use that word, pleads, for ceasefire from Iran. That's already happening. They're not going to say it out loud, but they're begging Iran to stop right now because Iran is methodically and systematically about to destroy that whole. They're going to force them into nukes. Is the next step. From what? Iran begs. Nope, that's wrong. 6 days, 6 days. What's going on right now? Iran ain't begging for shit right now. Are they begging for a ceasefire 6 days ago? No. They got fucking hit by America and shot back immediately. Where is that? They're not going to put it in there. Who just said that? Explosions. Flares over Qatar's capital. Uh-oh. Woo, look at this. See, this is the latest. That's what I need to be looking at. Wow. 27. Iran launches missiles. Woo! Woo! Look at this! Woo! Oh, shit. It's going down. This is going down. Okay, so I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this video and I guess this will be the update. Stay tuned for the update. Let's see if it's true.
This is BBC News. I'm Lewis Vaughan Jones. We are bringing you continuing coverage of the latest breaking news, the developments, the reports that Iran is
Is what?
run military base in
No,
Qatar.
no, wait.
Continuing coverage of the latest breaking news, the developments, the reports that Iran is striking a US-run military base in.
That's all you need to know. We have gone to the next level. We just, Iran just hit. We were just hit. How about that? You're going to try to trip up my word there. Iran launches missiles at U.S. bases in Qatar and Iraq. That's it. That's it. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to continue this, right, over in World War III Daily Update and just keep it simple. Go over there, click. All right. Shalom.